you guys, and welcome back for yet another day of Vlogmas. Today we are going to be going through my winter favorites for 2020. I am so excited for today's video. I have loved kind of reincorporating favorites videos back onto my channel. But before jumping into this video, if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to click that subscribe button right there down below. We are trying to reach 5,000 by the end of this year. That is the next goal for this channel. So without further ado, I think we should just hop right into these winter favorites because I have quite a lot. I have beauty, skincare, fashion, lifestyle, a little bit of everything. So I think I want to go ahead and start with the makeup items first. I actually have two concealers that I have been loving recently. I don't know what it is recently, but I feel like I've just been really into trying different concealers. I've been wearing less foundation and more so just like using concealer on like the tiny little blemishes that I might have going on and then just like leaving it at that. But the first concealer that I have been loving is the Rare Beauty concealer. Now I originally picked this up because of Jamie Page here on YouTube. To me, I think she can do no wrong. And she was raving about this concealer and I felt like it would be a really nice one for the winter time because even though I am more on the combo oily side, my skin does dry up a little bit during the winter. And so I heard this was a really nice kind of like natural weightless concealer that just really looked beautiful on the skin. I absolutely love this concealer. First of all, I love how like low maintenance it is. If I only have 5 minutes to put on a little something, I can blend this out with my finger and it blends into my skin seamlessly. I would say it's a medium buildable coverage. It's not anything super full coverage, but again, I just love that it feels so weightless on the skin. It's a really nice natural finish underneath the eyes. It doesn't crease. I picked up the color 210N because I am definitely a very, very neutral gal and I wanted a color that I could use all over my face, not just underneath my eyes. So I didn't want to go with anything like ultra brightening, but I love this concealer. Also, the price point is fantastic. I think it's like $19, so really not bad for a more luxury brand. This, on the other hand, is not super affordable. However, I have been loving this. This is actually my second container of this. This is the YSL Touche Eclat High Coverage Radiant Concealer. This is what I've been using primarily underneath my eyes concealer wise because it is more of a radiant finish. I absolutely love this thing. It is luxurious, everything from the packaging to the way it applies. It's this really interesting like brush tip concealer where you click the bottom and then it comes out and you can basically just like paint it onto your face. This feels so weightless, but it's so high coverage and I definitely have some darker under eyes. And I feel like it's just always able to cover everything. What I really like about this though is even though it is full coverage, it's not ultra drying and my under eyes also tend to get very dry, just kind of all throughout the year in general. So I love that this doesn't feel heavy and it doesn't dry out my skin even more. The next makeup product that I wanted to mention is this Charlotte Tilbury lip liner in the color Hot Gossip. It's a really pretty kind of like rosy nude, which you guys know for like all throughout the year I'm very into, but especially during the winter time. The Charlotte Tilbury lip liners are definitely an investment, but they are some of my favorite lip liner formulas. It's this and like the Milani lip liners are honestly my go-tos. But I really love this lip liner and especially this color because I feel like it goes with the variety of lip colors that I'm wearing for the winter time and it also just looks good on everybody. And then what would a winter beauty favorites be without me mentioning some red lipstick? I wait until the holidays every single year to like break out the red lips again, and for me this is just one of the best. This is the Fenty Beauty liquid lipstick in the color Uncensored. It is a gorgeous just like bright cherry red, again a color that looks good on every single person. Now I will say I'm not a crazy fan of the applicator. To me, I think it makes it a little bit more difficult to apply, but as long as I'm really careful and I just take my time, I feel like you can get a really precise look with this. It lasts for hours on end. It is a little bit more on the drying side, so I make sure to prep my lips a lot the night before with a lip mask. But I feel like a red lip is just something so classic, and like I said, I love kind of saving it for the holiday season. Of course, you can wear a red lip whenever you want, but I feel like there's something special about wearing it during Christmas time. If you guys watched my Sephora VIB sale back in November, you will remember that I bought this little NARS duo of the Orgasm Blush and the Orgasm Highlighter. And this highlighter has become one of my favorite face products. It is so blinding, but it's not glittery, it's not chunky. It is super easy to work with. It doesn't emphasize texture. I love that it's still a pretty standard like champagne gold gold with just a little bit of a pinkier reflex to it. I've been loving the blush too, but I feel like it's just a really classic color. To me, the standout in this duo is the highlighter right here. The colors complement each other really well, and I feel like when I'm not really looking to put much effort into my makeup look, but I want it to still look like I put a lot of effort into it, this is great. It's just easy, you don't have to think about it. I love it. Now let's talk about a few skincare things. The first of which is this Dr. Brandt Hydrobiotic Recovery Sleeping Mask. This stuff is liquid gold. Like right here, this is where it's at. So this is a gel sleeping mask, which for anybody who's more combo to oily like myself, you will truly love this. This is a super hydrating overnight sleeping mask. What I love about it is how fast it sinks into my skin. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel like I have a heavy layer of product on when I'm going to bed. And when I wake up in the morning, I feel like my skin is so glowy, so radiant. My pores look smaller. My skin literally feels like a baby's butt. You can actually use this every single night if you want to. However, since I'm not overly dry, I try and just use this a few nights a week. It's definitely a little bit of a heftier price tag. I think this is around the $50 mark, but super worth it to me. I feel like this is a really underrated product. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about it, but the reviews online are stellar. You guys know I am all about my lip care, lip balms, overnight masks, lip treatments. I am all about it. And so recently I have been loving two products in particular. The first of which is the Too Faced Hangover Pillow Balm. I had been trying to get my hands on this for legitimately forever. It was sold out of Sephora, it was sold out of Ulta. I ended up having to purchase it on HSN and I got like the last one in stock. However, I think it just recently came back in stock at Sephora. So if you love shopping there to get all of your makeup, then I think you're good to go right now. I have been loving this as kind of like my daytime lip balm and my daytime lip treatment, what I'm wearing when I'm going out and wearing a mask, because I find that when I wear a mask, my lips just get so dry. So I have to make sure to be using some sort of lip balm or lip treatment underneath. It's super silky, it's not sticky, it tingles just a little bit, but it's not anything crazy. What I love about this though is the packaging and the applicator. I have never seen a lip treatment that isn't a gloss that has an applicator like this, like a doe foot applicator. It makes it so easy, it's not messy, you don't feel like you're like dipping your finger into like a container and it's not super sanitary. I don't know why more brands haven't done this yet. It's just the best. I like reapply it throughout the day. I've also used it as an overnight mask, but I'll show you guys what I've been preferring to use in the nighttime. At night, what I have been loving is the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. This is the closest thing I have found to being a dupe for the old Bite Beauty Agave lip mask, which you guys know was my holy grail. I think I had gone through like 6 of those, and then I don't know why, but they chose to change the formula, and it sucks now. Like truly, I don't know what happened. I've never been so disappointed in my life. I mean, that's obviously a little bit of an exaggeration, but I used to love that stuff. I would use it like water. I mean, I literally used it every single night and it would just transform my lips. But this is definitely a close second. It's not as thick as the Bite Beauty mask, but I will say the formula feels very similar. And the scent is also very similar. It's that really light vanilla scent, which I love. I also just love the packaging too. I know that people have complained about it, but for me, I haven't had any issues. I feel like it's really easy to get the product out, but it doesn't leak out. But I do just love the overall look too. I feel like this is like the ultimate cool girl packaging, and it's really made me excited to continue trying things from Summer Fridays. Lastly, for skincare, I know that I just mentioned these in a recent Amazon favorites, but I wanted to give them one more shout out in this video in case you missed that. And those are the Real Beauty Pimple Patches. I got these obviously off of Amazon, and I am obsessed with these. I love pimple patches. If I'm ever dealing with a breakout, I'll simply just wear them when I have my mask on, because obviously nobody's gonna be able to see what's underneath my mask. I definitely don't need to use these every day. I feel like I only get a pimple that needs a pimple patch once every like few weeks. However, when I get a pimple and I need to kill it fast, these are the miracle product. So next I want to talk about some fashion favorites, which I feel like I never really mention in favorites videos just because my channel isn't really a fashion channel. However, there are a few things that I think are worth mentioning that I am just in love with. And the first of which is actually a jewelry company, and that is the Little Words Project. I'm sure most of you have seen these on social media, whether it's been through their Instagram, or I know a lot of YouTubers also love this brand. But they are just these really simple but beautiful beaded bracelets with various words on them. I have quite a few, as you guys can see here, and I've thought about kind of expanding my collection recently too. My favorites are definitely the ones with like the gold words on them, but the white ones are also cute too. They're just a little bit more casual. comfortable. I just love the message behind these. I think these are also fantastic gifts for anybody in your life who just needs a little bit of encouragement. The 3 bracelets that I have, this one says fearless, this one says hope, and then this one says live your truth, which I love because my dad actually says that to me all the time. If you guys have been following me on my channel for a while, you would know that I used to work at Stuart Weitzman, which is a luxury shoe company, and while working there, because I was full-time, there were some really great perks, including free shoes every single season. And I'm saying that because I just want to preface it by saying this is a pair that I did get for free. However, out of all of the shoes that I either purchased or were gifted to me while working at Stuart Weitzman, this is the pair that I think is worth it more than anything else. And every single fall and winter, I break these out again, and I'm truly just always reminded of like how much I love these boots and how much of a staple they are. But these are the Stuart Weitzman Reserve boots. So these are just a black suede over the knee, kind of almost riding boot style, but they're a little bit more sleek than that. They have a little tiny heel, but I swear this makes all the difference and it makes your outfit look so much more elevated. And then the toe box isn't as wide. It's definitely a little bit more narrow. It's kind of like an almond toe, which for me, somebody with a very narrow foot, I really like this because it keeps my foot nice and secure. The suede on these boots are actually water resistant, so they're actually pretty durable for suede. I love these and I totally think that they're worth it. I wear these with jeans, leggings, dresses, skirts. There's really so many possibilities with these boots. They do also come in leather. I've never really been a leather boot gal. I always prefer suede. I think it just looks so much more luxe. But I love that on the back of these, the back of the boot is like this stretchy material, so it really hugs the leg and it makes it so that these boots aren't ever going to lose their shape. I just love these. If any of you have been kind of looking for a really great pair of boots to invest in that are actually worth the money, I think that these are so incredible. And I'm not just saying that because I used to work for the company. If I was not an advocate for these boots, I would not be mentioning them because these are truly an investment. The lifespan on these boots are also really great, granted as long as you make sure to take care of them. But most of the customers we would see would have their reserve boots for at least 7 or 8 years before needing to replace them. So love these, just wanted to mention them. I've been wearing them almost every single day. Once again, the season for leather leggings is here, and I feel like everybody has their favorite brand. Some people like the Spanx ones, other people I know really like the J brand ones, but for me, my favorite leather leggings are from Commando. Obviously, these are not real leather. If they were, they would be like way more than what these are. I think these are about $100, but for me, these are the best pleather leggings that I have found that truly look like leather. They are just so sleek and classic. You can wear these so many different ways, even just like with a white t-shirt and like a black leather jacket, or you can obviously dress them up for a night out. I just feel like every single year, leather leggings always come back into style and people are always like, well, what brand truly has the best ones? And for me, hands down, it's Commando. The price is totally worth it. I've had mine for, I think this is gonna be my 3rd winter and they still look brand new. For size reference, I got an extra small, which I know these look ridiculously tiny, but they stretch out a ton. So I always recommend going true to size, even if they feel really, really tight the first time you wear them, because they will stretch out to conform to your body. But if you get them to the point where they feel comfortable and maybe even a little loose the first time you wear them, they're gonna stretch out and be way too big. Lastly, for fashion, I wanted to mention one of my favorite like lounge pieces that I've been loving recently, because let's face it, we've all been enjoying our lounge pieces, which I love, but I feel like it's mostly just been, you know, sweatpants and sweatshirts, and occasionally there is a time for the leather leggings, but it's not often. Anyways, I have been loving my misguided, oversized 90s sweatpants. I feel like everybody and their mother has been talking about the misguided sweatpants for so long, but I only just recently ordered my first pair, and I seriously love them so much, especially because they are high-waisted, so they really like cinch you in. They actually look like a fashionable pair of sweatpants. They come in all sorts of colors. They are so soft, so plush, and for the price point, I mean, you really can't beat it. I got these on sale for like 19 bucks. The inside is this really cozy fleece. I'm filming this video a few days before Black Friday, but I think once Black Friday comes around, I'm actually going to purchase quite a few more colors in these sweatpants because they're truly just the best. I feel like I've invested so much money into like all of these more like luxury brands, and they just don't fit as well as these do. So definitely do yourself a favor, pick these up, and I will say again for sizing, they're already oversized, so there's truly no need to like go up in sizing at all. In fact, I am probably going to go down a size when I order some more pairs, but they're great. I love them. Sweatpants for life. I mean, I truly cannot believe we're living in a day and age where wearing sweatpants or like a matching sweatsuit is acceptable, but I'm totally here for it. Lastly, I have two favorites that didn't really fit into any other category, so I'm just going to call them lifestyle favorites. The first is a book that truly like ripped my heart out and then put it back together somehow, and that is Heart Bones by Colleen Hoover. Now, I don't actually have a physical copy to show you guys because I read it on my Kindle. Kenzie Elizabeth here on YouTube talks about Colleen Hoover all the time, and I think she's like one of her favorite authors, and so when I got my Kindle, it was one of the first books that I downloaded. Oh my gosh, I was not emotionally ready. I'm not a big romance novel reader, but I absolutely loved this one. It sucked me, and it was such a fast read. I think I read it in 2 days. It's just such a beautiful story. I love Colleen's writing style, and I could not recommend it enough. If you're just looking for a romance novel with a little bit more depth to it, and if you just like need a good book to like escape with, this is it. Lastly, I have two candles that I wanted to mention. You guys know I'm always burning candles in my apartment, but especially during the winter and the holiday season. But like I said, I have two candles to mention, both from Bath & Body Works. These are actually both my backups because I've already burned through one of each of these scents. The first of which is Fresh Balsam. It basically just smells exactly like a Christmas tree. So good. Me and Kevin actually aren't gonna do a Christmas tree this year just because we're in the process of like looking for a new apartment, and also currently we're splitting our time between our place and my mom's place, which is where I film my videos. So like logistics wise, it just didn't make sense for us to have a Christmas tree this year, but we've already promised each other that next year we're gonna have the biggest and the best Christmas tree ever. In the meantime though, having a candle that smells exactly like a fresh Christmas tree really does the heart some good. And then the other candle that I have been loving, that I love every single year, is 'Tis the Season. This to me is the epitome of just like a holiday candle. It smells like apples and cinnamon, maybe like a little bit of cranberry in there. Oh, it's so good. These are both really strong candles though. I will say that if you don't like a strong scent, maybe try some other ones out, but for me, like the stronger the better. But these just smell so good, and to me, like these scents just will put me in the holiday mood instantly. There's something about just like always having a candle burning while I'm working that just like really sets the tone and just makes me feel all cozy and also really productive, so could not recommend these scents enough. Okay, that's it. I know, that was a lot, but those are my winter favorites for this year. I really hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also subscribe if you haven't already. We are trying to reach 5,000 by the end of this year. Be sure to follow me on all of my other social media networks, subscribe to my podcast, check out my Amazon shop. The links are always in the down bar below. I hope you all are staying safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you guys tomorrow for yet another day of Vlogmas. Okay. Bye guys.